I have the oven going at 170 degrees. The layout of the bearings here in the photograph with the crankcase halves in the oven should be just about ready to go. We're looking 170-ish. Pull your case half from the oven. We'll start with the right side. Again, you do not want excessively hot. This one is about 130, 140 degrees, so it may not be hot enough yet. Remove the bearing from the freezer. Go ahead and wipe all the oil and grease off the outside of the bearing. You'll notice there is a ridge on one side where it's recessed. Put that side facing towards the crank. It was not hot enough yet. Make sure you get a bearing driver that is larger than the first bearing is pressed all the way in. Note to self for the next one, wait until the part is warmer. Temp check, we're at 193. Switching back to the left side, let's try to get this done quick. Ridge facing in.
Nice.
Back to the right side case half, the counterbalance. First we'll install the oil pickup tube. There's no gasket in there. Torque to 7.2 foot-pounds. Next, the bearing retainers. These are 8mm and T30 or Torx bits. Torque to 7.2 foot-pounds. A trick when installing the crankshaft: get a piece of steel of similar diameter to the crank, put it in the crank bearing, and heat up the actual steel, not the bearing itself. This will help it expand and give you some extra room to get that crank slid in. While installing the transmission and the shift forks, if you pull all of the transmission gears up out of the case slightly, it gives you some wiggle room to get all the forks installed. It is recommended to use Yamaha 4. I actually installed the Yamaha 5 at first when putting the case halves together. I had to go back, clean it up, and put 4 on. Once you have the Yamaha on the right case half, lower the right case half onto the left side assembly, and it should drop on pretty smooth without much resistance. Then flip the engine over and install all 12, I believe, of the 5mm hex bolts. Torque these to 8.7 foot-pounds. And a crisscross pattern. Once that's done, you'll install the transmission oiler that uses an 8mm bolt, torqued to 7.2 foot-pounds. Then the cam chain guide is a 10mm, torqued to 7.2 foot-pounds. The crank balancer is installed from the left side of the engine, slides directly in, and then secured with the gear, lock washer, and nut. The second crank gear has a ridge that faces towards the inside of the engine. Ensure that is facing the correct way. Next, we're installing the shifter drum. This is a 12mm bolt, torqued to 22 foot-pounds. Next is a shift stopper. That's 10mm bolts, torqued to 7.2 foot-pounds. And the last part of the shifter is the plate, which is 10mm bolt, torqued to 7.2 foot-pounds as well. The shift shaft just slides directly into the engine. Be courteous of the seal on the other side. Now we are rebuilding the oil pump, going through it, cleaning it up, checking tolerances, making sure the oil pump is not too worn out or anything. Mine did have a few gouges, but it should be salvageable. Seems to have good oil pressure, but we'll check it on first startup as well. When installing the oil pump assembly, make sure everything's good and oiled up. I used assembly lube, but it should have some level of lubrication when you put it in. It uses 5mm hex bolts, torqued to 6.5 foot-pounds. The next gears are just held in with some snap rings. The Kickstarter assembly, rebuilt that, get all the grease and dirt out of there. Held together with a snap ring, oiled it up, and put it directly into the motor. The stator's held in with 3 T30 bolts, torqued to 7.2 foot-pounds, finished off with the flywheel, 17mm torqued to 40 foot-pounds. Thank you all for watching. We will be putting the engine rebuild on hold for a few days as we wait for a new clutch pressure plate. The spring seat is cracked on there. Until then, working on the frame. However, the next video I post will be a detailed video of the clutch installation, as well as the cylinder, piston, cylinder, and timing with this engine. Thank you all again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.